I don't do those for TV.
You do.
No, I fucking don't.
You do. You do.
I don't know.
You've got some real note energy.
I've got real no energy.
Welcome to Shame is Delicious, and it's such an exciting time because we've got our first guest.
Can we reset?
Also, it's not CVVC, dickhead. What was that all? First guest! Yeah! Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Fucking hell, you really
Alice
came
told
with,
you off.
You really came with 2002 fucking energy, Neil Buchanan.
Shame is delicious.
Welcome to Shame is Delicious. My name is...
Why would you introduce... Welcome to Shame is Delicious. My name is Darren Harriott, and his name...
is Eshaan Akbar.
And we have a very special guest tonight, don't we?
Tonight.
I did say tonight. It's today, isn't it?
On this podcast, remember we're doing a podcast?
Yeah, but people know it's a podcast. No one's watching this going, oh, they're doing a news bulletin.
They might be on YouTube and other places. The podcast is Shame is Delicious. And we've got a guest with us.
What, do you have a stroke? That's the worst intro. The podcast is Shame is Delicious. It was like you're waiting for an auto cue to give you... We have an amazing guest all the way from Birmingham.
And we're in Birmingham.
Yeah.
That's
It's Lindsey
why it's all the
Santoro.
way.
Lindsey, make some noise.
For Lindsey Santoro.
One of the worst
Isn't
introductions.
that the best introduction you've ever had in your life?
Thanks for having me. I mean, since I've walked in the room, you've just been very silly little boys, and I've enjoyed it thoroughly. It's
Really?
like lots of energy.
Who's been the sillier littlest boy?
Oh,
You might just say it like that. The sillier littlest boy.
I don't know. I think
didn't
you've
have an
been
accent.
similar.
you did have a slight accent.
Did I?
Then. Yeah, you
No, I
did. Yeah, you sounded like
He
it was
does this all
weird.
the time.
What's he doing?
He tries to make out that I've got a strong Indian accent.
I mean, why would you make it racial immediately?
I don't know.
Lindsay's been here for 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and you're already making it very racial.
I apologise. Lindsay, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much for
How was your
asking.
journey to our studio here in the centre of Birmingham?
Well,
Digbeth?
it's 20 minutes from my house, and
Lovely.
I got in the car, and I got out the car,
Yeah.
and then a man stopped me and asked me about energy prices, and then I answered his questions.
Did he ask you whether you were for or against the price hike?
I don't really understand what he was asking me for. He was filming it on a phone, and he said it was for. I feel like I'm going to end up on Pornhub or something, like with my face.
Yeah, that's right.
How did you answer the question? What do you think about energy prices? Bit of an unorthodox response. Oh, maybe she's struggling. She wanted to chuck her 50 quid.
So silly. All the time I thought it was a serious podcast. I've brushed my hair and everything for this, and you've been silly boys.
Lindsay, this podcast is about shame. You're not a very shameful person, right? You're
I should be, but I'm not. No.
That's what I say about Eshaan. Eshaan says that he doesn't have much shame.
I don't have any shame.
But I'm like, I mean, everything about him should be
I agree.
pretty shameful.
Wow, with Lindsay, we only just met.
I know.
She
You
just went,
get-
"I agree."
but yeah, I think you're the same as me. Where you just do stuff and think, oh well, it's happened. Oh well, never mind.
What's like? Give me an example of like something.
I'm basically like, I hit somebody with my car. Oh,
Yeah,
well, it's happened. Never mind.
Well, I feel bad, but I can't do anything now. It's
Yeah,
happened.
Call an ambulance.
It's a bit like the
That's
it's a bit like the royal family and colonialism, isn't it?
What about the royal
They'll
family?
be like, oh, it happened. Oh well.
Well, no, that's not. I don't even think that's them. I think that's British people in general.
Yeah,
a lot of
it
English
is.
people are like, yeah, it happened.
Yeah, wow.
What are you gonna do?
Slavery,
Hey, baby, look,
Hey.
look at them now. They got a carnival.
They got trainers.
Trainers. That's...
They got songs, rap songs.
What's going on?
Oh my god, you that is a boarding school attitude to black.
Oh, they wear caps.
I feel like you're sending for me.
It's gone wild.
Lindsay's just stuck in the middle there. It's just racism
Oh,
thrown
they
at
got
me.
the candy nuts.
They've got the what? Did you just say? Hold on a second. Sorry about this, Lindsay. We've got to address this.
I'm
Did
just
you-
going to sit and wait this one out.
Did you just say
crack
black people have got the candy dads?
Yeah.
Oh, you do not know the melody for that at all.
Anyway.
Hello, dun, dun, dun,
on.
dun,
What's he
dun.
singing?
He's trying to sing the candy dance. Duh, 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 But Eshaan just did some weird sort of Nokia ringtone sounding.
Why has it got to be mobile phone related with me?
Stop.
I just thought mobile phone was what you sounded like.
Oh, okay, fine. So, Lindsay, we've never met before. It's the first
Yeah,
time
I thought you guys had met.
We haven't met before.
Lindsay's
I've
fun. I like
passed them
Lindsay
across.
because she's really funny, but she's also very honest on stage.
Yeah.
And she talks about filthy shit, and there's like no shame about it. So I thought that she'd be perfect.
as our first guest.
No one knows it's the first guest yet. You've clearly never done this before.
I could be edited in anywhere in the
As
spectrum.
our 15th guest on the show, Lindsay.
Yep.
You thought that she'd be a great guest to have on the show.
Oh, is that was that the edit for
To make that
Lindsay?
easy.
Give us some of the things you've done that you feel like you should be shame
Or
about.
people have said to you, "Hey, come on, why have you done that?"
I think a very recent one actually. So I got one of my. I did a. I don't know how to explain this. A comedy club / let's just say it was Comedy Central. That's easier. We're doing this thing where they're putting some clips online. I did a show. They put my clip online.
Yeah.
My nan, who's never seen my comedy,
Oof.
was not happy with me talking about my fanny for 30 seconds on the internet.
She wanted you to talk about it longer.
Well, the thing is, I'm the same off stage as I am on stage with most people.
You talk to your
Like,
nan about fannies?
yeah, man. She don't want to
Man,
hear
white
it.
people move differently, bro.
I respect that though. You
Yeah.
know, hey, what's up,
Yeah,
nan?
yeah,
The
yeah.
flats are killing me today.
What do you talk to your nan about, like off stage, in terms of your?
Well,
nanny?
she's got a plant that looks like a bumhole, and I keep saying, when are you going to
Sorry,
kill
she's
that?
got a plant that looks like a bumhole.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I can, yeah.
I can't.
Oh, you can't see that? Oh no, I can see
A
that.
plant that looks like a bumhole.
You know, like, is it baboons that have got like
Yeah, they
red
got the big
bumholes?
asses. Yeah, the big.
It's like a
juicy.
long stem plant.
Yeah.
Don't ask me for the Monty Don name.
Yeah.
And it's got like a red bumhole shape. And I say, how's your bumhole
fine.
plant?
Okay.
Stop talking about your bumhole. Why do you always talk about your bumhole? Shut up about your vagina.
Well, why do nans always act like vaginas are this thing that you should never talk about?
She's got
ever?
3 kids. She knows what she's doing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's used hers.
She yeah, exactly.
She'll listen to this.
Maybe she
She'll
doesn't
be
want you to
mad.
talk about it because, like, she doesn't like her vagina anymore.
Oh,
But I heard
Aw.
somewhere.
that just made everyone sad.
No, but I heard that as women get older,
There we go.
Here we go.
their vaginas get nicer.
In what regards?
Just like
What do you mean?
Go up inside themselves?
Yeah.
What, you think they go off in value? What do you mean?
Like a house.
what do you mean?
like a fine wine, just better.
What age are we talking? What age do you think is like when the vagina?
Reaches peak.
Oh, it starts to go up.
75.
75. 75-year-old vagina.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm into. How old you nan?
I like how you took the vaginas like they're Rolexes. Like they never really go down.
No,
As long as
no.
you have them, they're still worth something.
Hold their value.
As long as they keep the packaging.
So hold on. So your nan finds it crude when you talk about vaginas anyway.
Yeah. She's not like not embarrassed by me, but I think she's like, oh, here we go.
Nah, my
again.
nan would be like that. If she watched my stand up and I was just talking about dicks and sex and stuff, she'd be like, ugh, this is crude.
So yeah, I
nonsense."
mean, grandparents, aren't they?
Yeah, my mum comes to my shows and she's like, yes,
Woo!
keep talking about doing your husband.
That fanny came out of my fanny.
Fanny Inception. Fanny by proxy. Love it.
See, when my dad saw me do stand up for the first time in Edinburgh,
Do you disown you? Was there like a booing?
why has it got to be?
Oh, sorry.
Why has it got to
I
be like an honour killing? Why is that?
I've been talking about. I was just. Why do you make everything so racial so
I didn't.
quickly?
You said dishonour.
No, I didn't. I said, did it disown you?
Disown.
Yeah, as in boo you because you were so terrible as a stand-up. I brought zero
I
race
feel like
into it.
disowning is like a very ethnic thing.
No, not really.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want people get disowned?
Yeah.
Why people get disowned for all sorts of things?
Like
Usually,
what?
usually dating one of us.
Yeah, that's true. I did a bit in my set about how I eat bacon. I'm from a Muslim family.
Yeah.
And my dad afterwards, he was like, you're so good at comedy. People would believe you. People would believe that you eat bacon. Very well delivered. Little does he know.
Yeah, you,
Stuff in bacon.
yeah, you
rolls.
eat bacon.
Yeah, I know.
Would you not eat bacon in front of your dad?
No.
Oh, like, grow up, dude.
I wouldn't eat bacon. I wouldn't drink in front of my dad either.
What would he do if he saw you having a
He'd be
drink?
incredibly disappointed. Be very, very.
But hasn't he?
angry.
You live with your dad. Hasn't he never seen you come home pissed?
No.
What?
Have you done that?
I've been with you. You've been hammered, and you've got. What do you sleep outside?
I'm very like sober presenting when I'm drunk.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm very sober presenting when
I
I'm
think.
drunk.
Yeah, but
I think he knows.
You're cunt presenting always.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, you've got to stink because you drink beers and stuff as well. So you're like,
I drink everything.
yeah, but how do you not stink all the time?
I always take deodorant with me.
That's not going to cover up beer.
It is, yeah.
This is like a 16-year-old's way of trying to cover up alcohol.
Chewing gum, deodorant, Dove.
Like a bird.
No, yeah.
He's drunk. No, look, there's a dove.
Dove soap bar.
What do you do with that?
Get some water on the way home. And rub it all over your clothes.
He's gone too far.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's true.
No, you're lying.
No, it does work.
So hold on. So in front of everybody in here,
Yeah.
you go home when you're hammered. You go, oh my gosh,
On the
my
way
dad's
home.
going to find out.
Yeah.
Let me get some water and a bar of Dove soap, which
Yeah.
you've just got in your back pocket anyway.
Always, yeah.
And you scrub your chest.
Yeah, I
to
carry
try-
a box with it. I carry it in a box.
And then you just throw away the rest of the Dove soap when you get in.
No, I put it back in the box.
And your dad's like, oh, you smell good.
Yeah, you smell fresh.
And you, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, I'm very sober presenting.
You're not.
I've not had a drink. Smell my fingers.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that. I can't believe you don't eat bacon in front of your dad.
No, of course I don't.
Or sausage.
Would you eat pussy in front of your mum?
Why would I? What? That's
Right,
sex.
exactly.
That's a different thing. That's sex.
Well, bacon's like sex to me. I love bacon.
That's wild.
An egg and
Lindsey-
fanny sandwich.
Lindsay,
lovely.
do you eat bacon?
Do I eat bacon? I like bacon when it's nice bacon that you've made yourself. I don't like that bacon that you get in sandwiches that's like dry,
Yeah.
long, chewy. What is that?
I don't really like crispy bacon.
Oh my god! Sorry, can we not? We've had some very weird food-based conversations
What?
on this podcast at some point.
I prefer bacon when it's probably a bit softer. I don't like the.
No, I agree. I agree.
What?
Thank you. God, I'm glad Lindsay's
Yeah.
here.
Sorry, who's crispy bacon over here?
Oh, crispy bacon all the time.
Yeah,
I
crispy.
don't eat it, but I didn't ever used to eat a flaccid rasher.
Flaccid ration? No, absolutely not. Did you know the secret to getting really crispy bacon is to cook it in water?
Well,
I think he's just full of lies, isn't he?
yeah, it really is. No, Lindsay, Lindsay,
Genuinely.
Lindsay, you're right.
If you-
It's full of absolute
If you cook it,
garbage.
because the water renders the fat, so it makes it crispier.
But how do you cook it in water? How would you cook that?
Just a flat pan,
Yeah,
just enough to cover the bacon,
yeah.
and like boil it, and it'll crisp up the bacon.
No, you put a little bit of oil in.
No,
You leave the bacon a little bit longer
No.
than it's supposed to.
because it burns it. That's what that does.
Yeah, but isn't that
Is that
crispy
crispy
bacon?
bacon?
Yeah,
No,
thank
no,
you.
no. Burnt bacon and crispy bacon are two different things.
No, I don't buy.
I'm a bacon expert.
Your bacon expert who doesn't eat it for his pa.
Yeah,
I can't compute that in my head.
That's the way it works.
I'm just imagining that scene in Easter's
The
East
world's
now.
best chefs. That's how they make it.
Remember Easter's East where the girls cook bacon?
Why have you got another brown filmmaker?
It's the only one I can- it's the
You're
only one I
telling
can-
me, with all the body of films out there, you
Because
can find
it-
a single reference point for where someone was making bacon.
Because in English films, when they eat bacon,
Yeah.
everyone's happy to have bacon. People
In
just
English
celebrate.
films, when they
English
eat
white
bacon,
people films.
they use it in a hotel.
Have you seen it, Bridget Jones, when she's like, I don't know who to choose, and she's just chewing on a bit of meat like that.
Exactly.
It's very, culturally relevant to us.
Thank you. Is that to women or English people?
Everyone.
Okay. I know I've not seen Easter's East in that scene.
You've never seen Easter's East?
No.
No, you have.
No, I haven't.
How
It's
have
a
you
good film, man.
It's a
Is
great
this another
film.
lie? I'm so
I refuse to
confused.
watch any brown films made by white people. I haven't watched Slumdog Millionaire. I haven't watched Easter's East.
What about Bend It Like
I haven't
Beckham?
watched Bend It Like Beckham.
You never watched Bend It Like Beckham,
No.
dude?
Was it the director?
Dorinda Chadder.
Yeah.
Didn't watch it.
Oh, the director is an Asian person. You just don't
But
support the art.
it's a Western film about brown people.
Which one?
Bend It Like Beckham.
Who directed Easter's East? Who made it?
I don't know.
Alice, can we find out, please? I want to find out who made Easter's East. Easter's East is great. It's great. It's modern Britain. Back
No.
25 years ago.
Like Citizen Khan.
1999 film.
1999. Yeah, the dad was classic. He was quick calling everybody bastard.
Yeah, director was Damien O'Donnell.
Yeah, there you
oh
go.
boy. Oh, Donald, that's from the south
Of
of
I
Island. Oh, okay. I thought that was a like.
Has there been like a film or something that you've watched in your life and thought, well, maybe I shouldn't have watched that?
I mean, it's porn. I've felt like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't.
I've watched some that I've just thought this is an absolute complete waste of time.
Like
Showgirls. I love
Oh,
Showgirls.
Showgirls! The sex scene in the pool.
But it's awful. And that's something I should be ashamed of saying that I enjoy watching that. It is crap. But it's like, generally women, when they're ill, they get into bed, they put Pretty Woman on. Pretty
Yeah.
Woman. Women, is there more than one?
Pretty
I don't know. Lie in bed, feel sorry for yourself. Right? I'll put on Showgirls. So bad.
That's your guilty pleasure?
I only remember the sex scene in the pool
It's great.
when it looked like he was sort of trying to resurrect her because it was like this. There's sex in a pool, which I guess you can do that, right?
There's no lubricant.
Yeah, I can't imagine sex in a pool.
Isn't there
You don't
already
have to watch Showgirls. It's incredibly accurate.
The acting is terrible. She's like, oh, and they're in like a pool having
Yeah,
sex.
but also like logistically, I think it's quite difficult.
Yeah, because logistically is the first thing I think of.
Yeah, logistically, there's armbands and stuff.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And
Is that because I can't swim?
Inflatables.
Was that because I can't
Yeah,
swim
yeah,
reference?
yeah.
Okay.
Because you can't, can you?
No idea.
Can you really not?
No, not at all.
Do you want me to teach
I'm
you?
actually terrified of. You know what? The amount of women who have offered to teach me to swim that I've dated in the past, I always say no because I'm like,
I'm not dating you. I'm a big fat woman. You've got nothing to be ashamed of with me.
But here's the same rules apply. As soon as you see me in the pool struggling to swim, and then if we have any sort of argument away from the pool, you're immediately going to bring up the fact that I'm a different guy on dry land.
Are you a mermaid?
I don't need.
What, are you a pirate?
I don't need to be like, oh, your attitude's changed. Now you're on dry land, huh? You don't have your armbands around. I do not need that. I will drown before I let somebody teach me how to swim. Especially like a girlfriend. Never, no, not at all. We'll go on holiday. She can go swim. I'll be at the gift shop.
Can you imagine, right, going on holiday with Darren, right? You go on holiday with him, you go to the breakfast bar, they got croissants there, he has a fucking mental breakdown. Then he goes to the swimming pool, he's like, no thanks, not interested. He doesn't eat croissants.
Oh.
No, I just think croissants for breakfast should be a crime because I don't understand it.
What's the context?
It's pastry. It's a cake.
These are facts.
Thank you. What
you're saying is...
Yeah, she's not saying
It is
that you're
pastry
right.
and a cake, but
Oh,
why not
I thought you was on my
breakfast?
side. Oh, you think I'm a loon too?
Yeah.
I just don't think it's. I don't think it should be at breakfast. Muffins, cakes, and stuff. At breakfast
Muffins can fuck off, yeah.
for breakfast is insane to me.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Okay.
But I wouldn't look down at someone eating a croissant and go,
And go for a
dare
swim.
you?
I don't look down at them. I just think they're lesser people.
Imagine someone sitting in a swimming pool eating a croissant.
The most flakiest food of all time in a swimming pool. Oh, good job I can't swim because I wouldn't.
Actually, the flakiest food of all time is flake. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. It's only the crumbliest,
name.
Yeah, but
flakiest chocolate.
Okay, yeah, maybe a flake is. No, I think a croissant is one of those Greg's pasties.
Oh, they're no.
Sausage rolls.
Sausage roll.
So you wouldn't eat in front of your dad.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Dad, it's a steak bake.
No, he likes a steak bake, my dad.
Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. He doesn't like the sausage roll. Have you had the vegan ones?
No.
Oh, Lindsay said that with a real stance.
Whenever I get a vegan sausage roll from Greg's, I take it home and put egg wash on it and put it in the oven.
Why are you like this? Like, I've only met you for, like,
And you
very short.
Lindsay, you've already just met him and you already hate him, right?
I don't hate him. I just go, I don't understand. And I'm not right. Like, so I go, all right, people are a bit weird. I get that. But to go and buy something that's been cooked and go, you know what that needs? Fucking egg wash.
Egg wash, 'cause it-
egg wash of all things, fucking Nigella.
because of the
Grow
crust.
up,
No, because
dude.
it looks so dry and anemic.
They are
Yeah.
dry.
There
But
you
the
go.
fact that you would buy it, go home, put egg wash on it, put it in the oven or whatever, and then sit there rubbing your hands together
Yeah.
like, oh, I've made something special.
Sometimes,
What about Sheila who baked it at
no,
Greg's?
sometimes, right? What will happen if I'm like out, right, and
You're
I've no
pissed.
plans on going home,
Yeah.
and I have to pick up a Greg's sausage roll, and all they've got is.
I
a
mean,
vegan
you never
sausage roll.
have to pick up a Greg's sausage roll. There's more choices.
Sometimes you're like, I want a sausage roll, and then we've got a vegan one, right? Because I'm running late. What I'll do is I'll buy the vegan one, I'll go home, do the egg wash thing, and then go out again.
What do you mean? Do the egg wash thing and go out again?
I'll take the sausage roll home.
I feel
Yeah.
like this is a lie and he's gone so far with it.
You think he's just going down a
That it's
going
like,
down a wormhole?
No, I do.
Why do you not just eat the normal sausage roll?
Because they might be out of it. They might be out. I've only done it twice.
So why don't you just eat the vegan sausage roll is fine.
No, but without the crust, like egg washy crust. It's
Why
not
don't you eat a
enjoyable.
vegan sausage roll with an egg custard?
Because then that's a dessert to sweet.
You're like him with his croissants, you are.
No, I think that's worse because I don't do anything. I've never brought something like that and gone home and go, oh, I'm gonna add a bit extra.
Sometimes,
Like I don't even put Chris in sandwiches.
Have you ever?
I've done it before, but I don't like it. So
I was just turning into a food podcast. I love it.
I don't.
What is it about?
I just don't like putting. I don't know now.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I take egg wash with me in a pot.
No, you did. No, you did. No, you did. Yeah. I was gonna throw something at you.
Half a second, I went,
Egg wash in the pot.
Okay, so you told us a bit about your guilty pleasure in terms of films. Are there other things that you would consider a guilty pleasure, but you said you don't feel shame, but people might look at it and say, that feels like it's a guilty pleasure?
No.
Nothing.
I don't think so. Not off the top of my head. I just don't care. I mean, I think I should.
What about
be
with
more
What about
ashamed.
your husband?
What do you mean?
Like, is there anything that he does or you do that he can't get his head around? Like, for example, is your husband the sort of guy who, when he's indoors, he likes to only wear boxer shorts and a vest and won't wear trousers indoors? Like that sort of normal sort of
I've
behaviour.
got a weird thing that I like to do, and he just hates it. Like, I love watching videos of people squeezing spots.
Yeah, that's gross.
Have you seen? There's this because they
Dr.
sell
Pimple
them
Popper.
where you can like squeeze it and like.
Oh, it's not the same.
pasta.
Sometimes he gets a spot on his back, and I will chase him through the house.
Oh no, that's
And he's not okay with it.
That's a good partner though. You want someone who's going to be able to do stuff like that. But I don't want to.
But him fighting me off makes me want it more.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Let's not go down that road.
I mean, fair enough.
I've had exes who were like they like picking my blackheads
Oh, I love it.
in my
Oh.
back.
Oh, it's the surprise when it just goes. Like, oh, this is great.
Oh gosh,
How do you feel about this?
I think it's gross.
Really?
I respect it because I know that like it's a good partner. You want someone there who's got my back, literally.
Literally, yeah.
But the idea of me going, come here, babes, let me get rid of that spot for you. It's not, no.
There is something quite satifying about it, though, isn't it?
If you have a
You know what else is
spot,
satisfying? Sort of watching a film and eating food and then sex.
you do that and then spot or wherever.
Yeah, after the
spot.
sex.
Nah,
You've
I
done
don't
the
want
sex, 2-3 minutes, one bam, thank you, ma'am, and then start holding each other and little pick
Like,
little
oh, you've
spots
got a
off.
big blackhead there. Can I just?
I'd feel more
You
shame.
haven't got a big blackhead, to be fair.
Have you? Owen. Oh, for God's sake. See, I instantly went, there's something in this for me. God's sake.
That was really funny. That was really funny from both of you there. That was great. I have a big blackhead. That's great.
But it's also true though, because all people, I think everyone's got like these weird physical things that they do,
Oh, yeah.
but we never talk about it.
Why not?
Okay, here's one. Interesting. When you use the toilet, do you wipe and look and then put the tissue
Oh
in?
my god!
Because I do that all the time.
Yeah, of course.
What are
How
you
do you know
looking
when
for?
you're
I
done?
don't know.
How do you know when it's stopped?
You're asking the wrong person. We've talked
Oh
about this
yeah, he
before.
doesn't use tissue.
I've got a
I
terrible
don't
story.
He uses
Do you
water.
Do you want to hear a terrible story, which
Yes,
I should
please.
be ashamed of, but I'm not?
All right.
I should really tell. I made a pact that I was never going to tell this, but I will because it's appropriate and you've just brought it up. Right. So I was doing a run. There was a run of gigs, 1, 2, 3, right? And it was the first night I was doing it, and the next two someone else was doing it. But we got hotels for the night, right? So I stayed in the hotel. So I think it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Thursday I was at the hotel. Friday, Saturday, someone else was in the same room, right? So I went and did the gig in the morning. Who?
Okay.
I left the hotel room, left the key with the manager who was in another hotel room, and he said, oh, I'll give it to the act when they turn up. Fine. Left the hotel. It was a very posh hotel. As I got in my car, I went, oh my God, I didn't flush.
Oof.
So that act is now going to go into my into the room.
That's a rough one.
And then I thought, what do I do? So I rang reception and I said, I've left a shit in the toilet.
Oh, you get the actual reason.
Yeah.
It didn't occur to you to say, "Oh, I think I might have left a bag in there."
No, I said, I was halfway down the M5. I said, I've left a shit in the toilet. Someone else is going in that room after me, and they're the type of person who's going to take the piss, Brennan Rees. He's going to take the piss out
And
of
did he
me.
know that you were going to be in the room?
Well, no, he knew I was in there, but he obviously didn't know I'd left a shit. And the woman was like, because it's very posh, she was like, are you saying you've left some ablutions in the bathroom? I was like, it's more than that, mate, but if you like. And she went, we'll make sure that's sorted for you. Have a pleasant day. And then I told my husband, and he was like, exactly like you, why didn't you just tell them to make the bed? They would have found the shit.
Yeah. Or say, I think I might have left my shampoo bottles in the bathroom or something like that.
Yeah. Or just say, I would have said, is there any chance you could just flush the chain for me? I wouldn't have said like, I just remember.
Flush the chain? Where the hell is she in Dominican Republic in a shack?
It was a chain.
Do people not say flush the chain? Flush the toilet.
Was a chain.
Pull the chain.
They had a pantry where you could go in the middle of the night and get cakes and it was mental.
Yeah, I do sound like a Victorian maid.
It was like a Victorian. It was very posh. It was very posh. Very nice.
Do you remember? Was it a particularly big one? Because if it's like rabbit one.
Oh, do you know? I didn't really look, but I know it was. I know I didn't flush because the chain was so high. I was like, I have to stand up to flush that. I'll do that in a minute.
I once got into a battle with a floater. So
A fist fight.
well,
Yeah.
there was a floater, and
You mean in a park?
a floater in the toilet. Yeah, the part. And floater in the toilet, and basically, I couldn't find the toilet brush, but what I could find was a stick. So I was trying to push this floater down with a stick.
Yeah, but you have to try and time it right with the flush.
Yeah, it just wasn't because I was waiting for it to reset. That was at a girl's house, so I got the stick.
You took a shit at a girl's
I
house.
needed to go.
I would never take.
I wouldn't either.
I would have shit coming out my eyes and nose before
I know.
before I take a dump at a girl's
No, I
house.
didn't want to, but she really wanted to have sex, and I knew I wouldn't be able to because I would have shit myself.
What is going on with your bowels? You can't hold it.
No, because I didn't want to come and shit at the same time.
That's amazing.
I feel like, I mean, if that's Lindsay as a woman, I feel like if you had sex with a guy, your husband, whoever, and he
Whoever, your husband or whoever.
whoever before,
Yeah.
and he comes and he shat at the same time, wouldn't there be a part of you that would feel like, oh, wow, that was really good. I'm special.
He's really into it.
I'm special. Oh, no, she's got a
I
soul.
made him.
I think she's got
There
a
was.
soul. Oh, no.
I don't know how to
I
tell
made him
this
clear out his
story.
soul.
But basically, he farted and shat on the bed and then ran off and just left me lying there next to it. I was like, great.
I respect that. That's a guy who knows is
So
in
he
control.
Not my husband. Can I just stress that was not my
your husband.
husband?
He did a little shot,
Yeah.
and he just ran off.
Yeah, he just went, and then went, oh, and then ran off. And I was just lying in the dark going, what's happening?
You want to avoid that.
You was just laying. You was just sitting there, and his sharp was just on the bed,
Yeah, man, he didn't tell me.
just like a
We were
skid
going
mark.
out for a long time. There were some things in that relationship that, looking back, I go, it really wasn't right, was it?
Wait, he didn't tell you?
No, he ran off in the dark. I turned the
Ran off
light
in the
on.
Was
dark?
that his clothes?
It was his Phantom of
Yeah,
the
into
Opera.
the toilet. I turned the light on. Big thing.
Oh my
Oh,
god, he fully sharted himself.
It happens to everybody.
Oh, wow.
Not in bed like that.
That is a
but-
great thing, Lindsay. You would make a great nurse because you're okay about stuff like that. If
Yeah, because that actually sounded like really quite kind. You were like, that happens to everybody.
everybody sharts in the middle of the night and runs off and leaves it there.
Sex.
Who
Yeah.
cleaned it up in the end?
I fucking didn't.
Oh, okay.
Not his mum.
Was it his bed?
Yeah, not mine.
Oh, I would hate.
If he'd done that in my house, I'd have set fire
selling
to
that
it.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were immediately selling that bed.
Yeah, I'd get rid of that. I hate anything like that on the bed.
What's the worst thing you've done during sex?
The worst thing I've done during I don't know. I don't think I'm not that crazy sexually. I feel like I'm very basic.
I'm
bitchy.
lazy, I am. I just can't be. Well,
Oh, you're not getting on top.
I'm not fucking doing anything. Don't put it near me. I'm tired. Bang it off my head if you like. I'm going about home.
Bang it off my head.
Do what you want. I've got a baby. I don't even know how that happened.
Bang it off my head. Bang it off my head if you like. It's hilarious to me.
I burped once and that ended sex.
Well, any little thing.
Oniony, garlicky burp.
Oh, right in a, was you on top or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you burped right in a. You are.
I
You are
didn't need to though. I was trying to move my head.
What? Why can't you hold your bodily functions like pre-sex?
I'm trying to focus on not coming too quickly. So all my energies are going towards that.
You know what helps you not come too quickly?
What?
Say it. Like, oh, I'm gonna come too quickly. I'm gonna come. and then that really stops it. It works for me.
What?
Because I say, I'm not weird. I'll say,
Yes.
That is not the way.
if I feel like I'm going to come too quickly during sex, I will say, I feel I'm going to come. Let's start. I'm going to come too quick. And then
she goes, you better bloody not.
Yeah. And then telling her that mental, like, thing and
Sorry, is he
embarrassment.
having sex with Mary Poppins? What was that?
Don't you dare, you cheeky boy.
A spoonful of honey. That is- and I feel like just saying that makes me sort of like calm the engines down.
No, if I'm saying I'm going to come too quickly, I'm going to come too quickly.
It's happened.
I'm going to come too quick.
Yeah. You know, I guess, I mean, do you have to worry about that?
What do you mean?
Come in.
Worrying about coming too quickly?
We just go and go, don't we? We don't fucking have a
Can
thing.
I tell you about the worst sexual experience I've ever had?
Yes, please.
I had sex with this girl who was, I didn't know this, maybe everybody else. She was a redhead, ginger.
Yeah.
And are ginger people super sensitive?
To what? Heat.
Because she said they're super sensitive. We had sex. Sex probably lasted about 10 times. She came 19 times.
No, she did not.
Because I kept.
Mate, no, she didn't.
I'll tell you how I know.
No, she
Let me
didn't.
explain. Let me finish. Let me explain why it was the worst thing ever. It was physically squirting all on my legs.
No, it wasn't.
and
She was pissing, mate.
No, she did. Because she kept saying, I said, we've got to stop doing this. Because it was the whole of my bed.
No.
And it didn't smell. It smelled a teensy bit. It didn't smell like piss, but there was this weird smell. And she said, I'm just super.
Nah.
She said, I'm just super sensitive. And she kept doing it. And I said to her, I said, get off. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. And she
Sloshing
said,
around like a fish out of water. What's going on?
it was, dude, the whole sheets was soaked. It just kept happening. And that's how I knew it was 19 times, because I kept counting.
Okay,
I said, that's number 7. What are you doing,
I
man?
have 2 follow-up questions.
Dude, I felt like, you know what I felt like? I felt like somebody had been, she had been stabbed, and it was just like warm blood, because it just kept coming out. My legs were covered. It was horrible. It was the
I
worst.
tell you what was similar to that, the similar, like when my waters broke, it was unbelievable the amount of water that comes out of you.
But she just kept going. She kept lifting her vagina.
Lifting it to where?
Just moving her vagina, and then
Moving
it
her
just
vagina.
kept coming out. It was horrendous.
Okay. 2 questions. Number 1, how many ginger women have you slept with?
1.
Okay, so why was your question? Are they all sensitive?
Because she said that it's a redhead ginger thing. She said that ginger people are naturally more sensitive, especially because I'm telling you, she was giving me a big spiel beforehand, and I was like, yeah, whatever, it's just sex. Whatever, let's just have sex. And then I'm telling you now, it was like water just kept every other minute or so during sex. My whole thighs was soaked. And I was looking at the sky. I did this at one point. I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think I was going to make it out of there.
Drowning in his own mouth.
The entire bed was disgusting. I had to throw everything out.
What do you think is worse? That was my second question.
That was the worst thing that's ever.
What do you think is worse? Is
Worst thing that's ever.
the water from the ladies' orgasms or a shit on the bed?
Shit on the bed.
Hold on.
What would you rather?
Because the shit on the bed is just once. And it's just a quick, it's just, hold on.
What if she shut on the bed 19 times?
I feel like shit is more gross, obviously. Is it my bed?
Yeah. What would you rather have on there?
No, I feel like I'd still probably go with shit. Because she was coming, but it was disgusting. It was just too much.
Basically, what the story was,
I felt
I had
attacked
sex with a girl once
Who pissed on me?
who pissed on me
19 times.
Loads of times.
and came 19 times, but I only fucked her twice. That was the
No, I had sex with her. That was one session. I've never went back
One
again.
session.
Are you crazy? It was like 10 minutes of just non-stop. I was just soaked, man. I looked at her and went, can we stop? Because it was bad, dude.
Did it stain or was it like...
It stank. It stank. Here's the
Of
thing.
what?
It stank of a smell that had a little bit of piss. You know when something like stinks or smells?
Like an old sock.
Yeah, like an old sock with a little bit of piss on it. And obviously, after sex, I'm not gonna kick someone out. Like, she was a nice girl and everything, but then
Were you going to sleep if the bed's full of piss?
about 2 hours later, I had to chuck everything out and just luckily I've got spare shit. I had to change all my sheets. It was bad. The whole room stank. And she was like, oh, you shouldn't have sex with someone who's hyper responsive. And I was just like, that's okay, but please leave.
well, I burped.
It was a rough time. It was a rough time. Because I knew, you know, also that really bugged me a bit about it. I knew it wasn't me. I knew it wasn't my sexual
prowess.
No,
Yeah.
I knew she would be like that with anyone just because of how it's just how her body.
yeah.
So it was just like, what am I even doing here? What do you want me for?
Are you still in touch with her?
Nah.
Oh.
She's got my watch though.
Has she?
Yeah,
Get it
years
back.
ago.
Was the watch at the bottom of the pool or something? Where was
Had to fish it out.
You had to do that weird pajama exercise we had to
And
do.
she's a good person as well, but I just couldn't. Because you might have sex with somebody like that all the time. I don't know.
Gee, fucking, and especially like the electricity bills. If
Yeah,
you got to put the
sorry.
tumble dryer on,
I know. She said electricity bill, and each other like, what?
every
Yeah.
other week or whatever.
During the cost of living crisis, he's like, I'm not having sex. I'm so sorry. I can't.
Get
I can't
out,
afford
pissy
to.
ginge. I can't live with
But I
you
just
no
know,
more.
that was a rarity, and I feel like if a guy, some guys would, that's their dream, is
Yeah.
somebody like that. But whew, boy,
Well, this is quite interesting because, like, I don't know how many guests you could like talk about that kind of stuff in front of, and obviously you're comfortable with it.
I
And
didn't say I was comfortable. I am. It's fine.
and you know, you said you don't really feel shame. Do you know, like, where does that come from? Do you think where you don't really feel this sense of shame?
I think that basically I don't know because I'm very different to my brother and sister. Like my sister's quite a normal rounded
Are
human.
they older or younger?
Well, my sister's ginger, but I dare not speak about
boy.
it at the minute.
oh boy,
She's just slipping and sliding everywhere.
I bet her wash basket is like this.
She's very petite, thin. Like she's got a sensible job. My brother's like a teacher, thin, long, sporty, athletic, and then there's me. And I was born first. I think the problem is I got so much attention being firstborn that I'm just like, hey, look at me! I don't give a shit.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Eshaan, did you relate to that?
You're the oldest.
I'm the oldest in my immediate family, yeah, but my extended family, I'm the second.
What do you mean extended family?
I've got an older half brother.
Oh yeah,
My mum was a slag. I've got an older half brother.
Oh, good job, she's dead.
Oh god! Anyway, I've got an older half brother.
Your mum really had a
So my mum was just like,
It's so funny here is just to say me thinks about his mum because he really loves his mum.
Oh,
it's always fun.
yeah, I think my mum's a good reason why I'm nuts because like no shame
Did
because
your mum
she's.
not feel shame?
I think she does, but it's just being a knobhead is fine.
The fact that your mum goes to your gigs
Yeah,
and is
yeah.
a big cheerleader, that's a sign. Because I don't
Yeah.
think would your mum have supported yours?
Yeah, she would have done.
She would have come to your gigs and heard you talk about the stuff that you talk about and been like, "Yeah, that's my son."
Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, there's lots of stuff I wouldn't talk
See,
about in front of
the
her.
same
yeah.
here.
Oh, really? There's not much I wouldn't talk about to my mother. Like,
I wish I had that relationship with my mum.
Well, I don't think she's got a choice. Like, I'm one of them people I'll talk at you
Yeah.
until she's just become desensitized.
Okay, so what is it? Is it because you're worried about what your mum will think of you, or because of what she'll say to you?
No, I'm not worried about. Yeah. I remember one time my mum was like, "Oh, don't do jokes about your dad." And I was like, whoops. I was like, I've done 2 hours on him.
Yeah.
I've done 2 shows on him. And I was like, ugh. And I was like, maybe she shouldn't come to.
But you don't
shows.
really joke about your dad, though, do you?
No, but I think for my mum, it's just the fact, mentioning him and stuff.
Right, yeah,
It's just
yeah,
that,
yeah.
because it's a different world, isn't it, for us? All of our parents are hardworking people.
To
and
be
we just-
fair to my dad watched me do material about me at my mum's funeral, teabagging her, and he did not mind.
Wow.
Well, to be, my mum has come up
Is
to
that
me.
because she's a slag?
It's because she's a
You're like, hey, it's what you would have wanted.
My mum's at gigs has come up to me and gone, oh, you know that bit when you're going on about this? She goes, why don't you do that? Why don't you?
Oh,
you know how
no.
you've got you could say you've got long tits like golf balls in socks. Why don't you say something like that? And I'm like,
That is the
That
MVP
is-
mum.
that
That
is
is.
a-
MVP,
That's a
mum.
mum
To
we
be
all
fair,
want.
in front of my girlfriend's mum recently, I did a story about how I was trying to run away from my own erection on acid.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was really worried because they're quite middle class. And afterwards, she was a bit like, no, you were hilarious. I was like, oh, okay.
You're
What's
running-
she going to say?
know.
Oh, no.
Or is
Yeah,
it-
maybe.
Oh, no.
Oh no,
Not that naughty boy.
You was on acid and you ran away from your own erection.
I was trying to run away from my own erection.
Okay, was it scaring you?
It was scary, but I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a tree.
Just like a
A
stump,
really thick,
like a...
thick, big tree just following me around. That's what I thought it was. But it was just my big, fat, hard cock.
It's similar. It's similar.
Your big,
It's
hard
easy to
acid
say to
cock.
me.
Okay, right, okay. Fair enough. Okay. See, that's it, because I should have a lot more shame than I do.
Do you feel shame for not feeling shame?
No.
Is it a shame cycle?
No, you should. You should do that, Lindsay. You should.
I feel like
Lindsay
that.
should.
I
No,
should.
You
I
sh-
should.
Yeah, you
Why
should.
should I?
I always say this. I mean, your Twitter account alone is just.
I think my Twitter is elite stuff.
It's awful.
I lost 100. I lost 120
What did you
followers the other day
do?
after the Queen died.
Why?
I was just saying shit
Fuck
posting
that
about the Queen.
bitch.
I mean, basically.
Basically, yeah.
He was saying it and trying to say it in like an artistic way because he doesn't want to lean too much on one side, but he doesn't want to lean too much on the other side. He just wants to be a provocateur.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
That's how the Evening Standard described me once.
What did they describe you as? Unfunny?
Ambassador of provocation.
Ambassador
Ooh,
of provocation.
What's
Oh,
that
well done.
mean? I like them
you
words.
really are that Breitbart.
Did you just look in the camera and go?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, Eshaan's Twitter account is basically just trying to annoy everybody.
It's not.
It really is. The amount of people who come up to me and go, "Oh, so Eshaan's right wing now?" I'm
Yeah.
like,
Are you there?
A little bit.
Go for it. It's where the money is.
Exactly. Thank you. Lindsay understands.
I don't know. I think there's money in the left wing side.
Is there?
Jeremy Corbyn's balling.
Is he?
No. I don't think of the most left wing person I could think of.
Jeremy Corbyn was as far as you could go.
Well, who's more left wing than Jeremy Corbyn?
Fidel Castro.
Fidel Castro's not left wing.
He is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He's like a brutal leader.
Yeah, but you can be a left wing dictator.
I don't know, dude. Not according to Twitter. It's only right wing people who are brutal. People like Hitler.
He was
But
left.
Socialist Democratic Party.
He definitely was not. He definitely was not.
He was.
Eshaan, are you doing pro Hitler material again?
Again.
Again,
What
your
the hell does that mean?
Your pro Hitler stance.
Lindsay, don't believe a word he says.
I don't.
He's lying.
Lindsay,
Yes.
I should have asked you. How long have you been doing comedy for?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we've never crossed paths. I've been doing it 8 years.
I did a comedy course, and then after that comedy course, which I only did because my mate asked me to do, I thought, God, I'm hilarious.
Was the comedy course in Birmingham?
Was it James Cook's one?
Yeah.
James
Legendary.
Cook.
Yeah.
James Cook does the board game show.
Yeah.
James Cook. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of each lesson, you got to go up and like run through your material with the class, and it got to the end of each lesson, and I hadn't written anything. I went, nah, not doing that. And then it got to the showcase, you do it at the end, and I went, fucking write something in 10 minutes. Had a breakdown, cried. Went on. It was shit, but I was like, it's not that bad. Then I did no comedy for like 6 months. Then The Bush. Do you know
The Bush, of course, the legendary
The
Holly
Bush.
Bush. Cradley Heath, Holly Bush. The first
Oh,
place.
I thought it was a person.
No.
No, it's not your mum. The first, because of the Bush slag.
I mean, she's dead.
I mean, nothing to do with her being dead. More to do with her promiscuity. Yeah. I don't know why I went like that. Promiscuity. I look like a real.
Like he had a go.
I look like a real John then, didn't I? Her promiscuity. Yeah, the Holly Bush, Cradley Heath. First place I ever did comedy in, that was a proper build comedy night, and I think it was 2007. I did my first ever comedy bill. Legendary place. How did it go at the Bush?
As you would expect
Yeah,
at
of
The
course,
Bush. It's just an old pub.
Was it around 2007 as well, or no?
I
later?
don't know. No, you well started before me.
Yeah.
You've been doing this, what, 15 years?
First gig when I was 18. 16.
And how do you know?
30.
Yeah.
I'm presenting 28.
You are?
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, I'm 38.
Okay.
Set myself up for that, didn't I?
Yeah, so I did that, and then I did and I used to gig every 3 months when I felt like it, and then I thought, well, I'm not that bad at this, actually. I'll probably keep going.
Yeah, it takes a bit of that. It's very hard to start. I think you probably did that, though, where I never did that, where you start comedy and then you sort of just on it. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I do gigs every now and again and all that sort of stuff.
My first gig was December 2013, and then my second gig was March 2014. And then from March 2014, I've been gigging.
Yeah, you just stayed on
I
it.
don't keep track of nothing. I don't even know.
I used to do that back in the day. I used to count my gigs.
Yeah,
Did
on my little
you?
paper diary.
I had a
Ah.
big,
God,
I had a
what a
big little
loser.
Facebook celebration on my 100th gig.
Hey!
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
A Facebook celebration? What does that mean? You just get
announced
likes?
it on Facebook and everyone turned up.
Oh, you had a party?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just had
Did
like
you
people commenting in
really?
your... God, what a loser.
I was really big in the London Open Mic.
Who was there? Who's like an actual proper comic now?
Emmanuel Sanubi,
Okay.
and that's it.
I really like you.
I like you to see. You think people hate when they first meet, but they don't. Everyone hates you when they first meet you.
No,
They hate you when they
No,
hate
I
when
think,
you first
no,
meet
I think everybody hates your Twitter, and then they're unsure about you, and then they meet you in person. They say that you're actually not that bad.
Not that
But
bad.
then they hear your Twitter again, and they go, actually, I hate it. I do not do not downplay your Twitter. It's bad.
No, my Twitter isn't. Anyway,
It's bad.
Lindsay, you can follow my Twitter and tell me if you think.
No.
I mean, have you changed your name?
Yeah, no.
Oh, tell Lindsay about the
Where
name.
am I going on Twitter?
My previous name was Michael Packentire.
Packentire, because you know.
Fuck off.
Thank you.
That's funny.
And he had it for about 3 years.
Yeah.
It well overstayed its welcome.
No.
Michael Packentire. Get it, guys?
It banged at every gig.
It didn't bang.
Banged every time. At Eshaan Akbar.
You would say it at gigs.
Yeah.
You would say your Twitter handle at gigs.
At the end, yeah.
No, but you wouldn't go, oh, at Eshaan Akbar. You'd go, hi, I'm at Michael Packentire.
I'm like,
I'm
no,
following you.
I actually
Thank
think I
you.
did hear you say
No,
that a
I
few
was
times.
already. Didn't even know.
Oh, she's muted you, though. You've been muted for 2 years.
yeah. Have you muted me?
No, I haven't muted you.
Oh.
I muted a few others. Not you. I love muting people.
Yeah, I
Muting
know.
people.
I love meeting people on Instagram as well. Oh, post and stories.
I
Bye.
didn't know you people on Instagram.
Oh, I figured it
Yeah.
out the other day, yeah, because I was unfriending people and it was getting weird. But now you can just mute them and they do not exist in your
Who's the
realm.
most famous person you've muted?
Most famous person?
Okay. Who's the most high-profile comedian you've muted?
I'm not doing that. That's brutal.
Oh, no, you should do.
I can't do that. There's too many.
What, do you feel shame?
You feel shame?
I just, you know what
you
it is?
feel
I just
shame?
don't, I like them as people, but I hate their
Shame.
social medias.
Have you
Nah.
muted me?
No, you're not muted on anything.
All right.
Just have a look and show
But
us
you
now.
keep saying that you hate my Twitter.
Yeah, I do hate your Twitter, but it shows how much I like you, that I'm willing to
Oh.
deal
Yes,
with
he's
that.
reading it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I keep you, but you know, you are close. Like when the Queen died, I was like, ooh, Eshaan might be gone. Not because I care, not because whatever your views are. I just know there's going to be so many jokes,
What
terrible
was the joke?
No, because Eshaan
remember.
will just try and get people riled up.
That's not true.
Yes, you do.
That's not
What
true.
was your joke that you lost? What was your joke? Thank you, Alice.
What?
What was your joke that you lost followers for?
No, it wasn't my joke. It was just how I was during the day.
What did you?
Basically, I think one thing I said was I was a bit of a slow news day. So just to remind you, I'm on tour next year.
See, classic Eshaan. Queen's died. Everyone's talking about it. Eshaan's like, hey guys, slow news day, isn't it? Come see my show.
Yeah,
Purposely and try to.
what's wrong with that?
But I'm not necessarily against it. It's just it's your.
And then
Twitter.
someone said, "Read the room, mate." And I said, "Which room did you buy tickets for?" I'll read it there.
That's pretty funny. I don't mind that one. That's pretty
Very
funny.
good.
yeah.
Read the room, mate, as if shut up.
See?
I know, but it's the fact that you'd put it
Yeah,
off.
anyway, but there we are. People do get upset with me on Twitter.
They get upset with everybody.
Everyone gets upset with everyone. Do you ever get upset with anyone? You don't feel like the kind of person. You don't strike with the kind of person who gets wound up by other people. That
Oh,
easily.
the only time I get upset is when, like, if someone posts something on my Twitter feed going like, "You shit," and I'm like, "I am."
Oh, when they tag you in it. Oh, I've took that off.
Oh, does that actually upset you?
Of course it does. If someone's like,
Really?
yeah.
Oh man, I've set my settings up in a way that you can't do that after Love Island.
Oh, really?
Oh my god!
Did you? Oh, yeah,
It's all
I forgot
it's all
about
social
that.
media stuff. So
Yeah.
anybody who does TV like that, you have it set up where you can't.
Oh
yeah.
my god! See, I am not like that at all.
Yeah, but when you do certain TV shows, you'll just get a message at 1 a.m. from someone watching a repeat going, "You should quit. You're terrible." And you're like, "What is this? What do you want me to do?"
Does that upset you?
No, but it's like, what? I don't need it because I'm not going to reply to them. I'm not gonna,
Negative vibes. That's what I'm
Yeah.
really like. Going
I
like,
reply to everyone.
This is why.
yeah, but you strike me. You remind me of my mum, where like she can't fucking help but put her fingers in the pot and go,
Yes.
"Fuck off."
That is perfect.
But
That
on
is him.
YouTube, someone saw an old video and he goes, "This is one of the worst comedians I've ever seen." I was like, "Sorry, no refunds."
Yeah, see,
I just have like,
I just set it up because I know a lot of female comics when they do telly, in particular, they have loads of settings set because obviously men just they either get
Really?
pervy or they hate something like a laugh or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
they
then-
don't get pervy with me. They just.
Oh,
get,
you will do something with your feet out. You have to put up with that. There's that guy who rates female comics' feet.
oh,
Yeah, he's got a
How
side-
are you seeing female comics' feet though?
Because you just
Feet.
Oh, if you
feet.
let's do a picture of my feet, and then we'll put it on the if you like your socials and see how well we get.
But he
on
does
with
it like Edinburgh reviews. There's like stars.
Really?
Yeah, there's a guy.
I'm sad he doesn't do toes.
There's a,
I've got very thin ankles for a woman my size. Unbelievable. I'll let you have a look.
I don't know whether that. Oh yeah, you have got really thin
They're
ankles.
fucking ridiculous.
They're tiny. Look at their ankles, dude.
Look how tiny my ankles are.
You really have
Ankles
tight.
are tiny.
Oh my gosh, you've got the ankles of a 6-year-old.
I know I have.
How do you stand?
Sorry.
Fucking real bad.
Like Charles' ankles. She's got really small ankles.
That's why I always have to keep moving like Axl Rose. Like, otherwise I fall over. She's got so much energy on stage. It's like she's just got no balance.
Like Bambi.
Yeah. She's so energetic. Sorry.
That's interesting. I'm interested that you guys. I'm surprised that you get upset by people saying your shit.
Well, I just think it's something I'm passionate about and I like. I don't like people going, that's not
I
good.
love
You're
it.
not good at that.
I'm not necessarily against it. I just know that there's no way for me to win, especially when it comes to stuff like on the telly.
That's a good
There's no
point.
real way that I'm going to win. Unless I'm, responding to something and putting a fact in and making it funny against them, fine. But in terms of somebody saying, you should quit, I think you're shit, and then me replying with, oh, well, look at your kid's eyes. Your kid's eyes are too close together. Like, that's not going to work for me. As much as it's funny, and I want to do that.
You should.
No,
Yeah, sure.
because
Look at just anything, even though they haven't got kids. Look at your kids' eyes.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Look at them.
this is why your nan's dead. My nan's alive. Yeah, well, that's why she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. I just know that it's. I'm not gonna. It's only a downward
The
spiral.
other day, someone said that I'd stolen a bit from Whose Line Is It Anyway? I don't know what bit it is.
Yeah.
So I said, please send your complaints to whoselinecomplaints@complaints.com.
Yeah, see, you're.
See, this is a good way of dealing with it. But then also, how much fucking time are you wasting
It's
poking
like-
these bears?
It's you and Dane. Dane.
But he gets angry.
Dane
though.
gets way more serious about it, but you at least try to make it funny. Dane's like real in,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
long. There,
You know, I just
it
like
kills
having
me,
fun.
man.
When people are like that angry or that upset about what I'm doing, it just makes me laugh so much.
How have you got brothers and sisters though?
Yeah. I've got a younger brother. He's 10 years younger.
Well, this is it. When you've got siblings, you just want to wind them up, and I think that
But his brother
manifests
is so much the opposite of him.
don't matter. That's what I mean. My sister's really like chill, but she's so easy to
Oh,
fucking
he's not that
wind
much
up.
opposite to me.
He's
a
not.
wind-up
He's not a
person
shit
as well.
stirrer. Not as bad as you.
No, he's not a shit stirrer.
You're like, you've literally gone down that route of shit. So I expect you to like do your own podcast with like an American flag and an eagle behind you, and just talking about
I
free
might do
speech.
it,
Oh, see, I imagine him in my head as being in some kind of French court with a fan, walking around whispering.
yeah, I like that. This is like a gentleman.
Yeah. Have you seen the state of her?
Lindsay's got my number. I appreciate it. She's worked me
And
out.
then when they call him out, wasn't me.
Shame is delicious.
Lindsay, thank you for coming on.
I don't know what happened, but I
and doing
enjoyed
this.
it. Thanks.
It's been great to have you. What have you got coming up?
I don't know. I don't know.
What's your Instagram, your Twitter? What's your? Let's
Tell
get
us where people can find you.
I nearly said my address.
Jesus Christ! Fucking hell!
I've got a website I made myself, which my husband describes as the worst thing he's ever seen in his fucking life.
Congratulations.
It's awful.
Yeah, mine's garbage.
Mine's like HTML. It's got like a people counter, and
Great.
when you it plays Careless Whispers as a MIDI file. Like
That sounds fun.
You literally sound like you've just done MySpace.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. MySpace was probably better. It more like Bebo or Habbo Hotel, I'd say. That was what it was like. Yeah, Lindsey Santoro, Linz Santoro. San as in sanitary, Toro like a bull. There you go. Google me. I'll turn up. I'm the one with the pink.
Google me, I'll turn up.
That's terrifying. Imagine if that's how it works. You typed in the name of someone
And it
just turned up at
disappears.
the door.
It's like Candyman.
Yeah.
Lindsay
Charles
Santoro.
Bronson.
Lindsay Santoro.
There's an American solicitor called Lindsey Santoro, exactly the same spelling, and I feel she must be so fucking annoyed.
Oh yeah.
Love your cock jokes.
There is another Darren Harriott, and he's black and wears glasses and bold, and I'm really worried.
Double R, double T?
Exactly the same spelling, and he's from Coventry. He's literally around
Is
the corner.
it you? Are you sure you're not looking at you?
There's only one Eshaan Akbar.
Hooray! I don't know. What do you want?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's only one Eshaan Akbar, guys.
There's only one. Only one.
I'm an original.
One and only.
I actually think there's 3 black guys with Darren Harriott. Yeah.
Oh well.
What a way to end.
Thanks for coming on, Lindsay. Much appreciated.
Thanks for having me. It's been a lovely time.
Yeah, we'll definitely get you back at some point for sure. I mean, you are a Birmingham local as well.
For convenience, yeah, I'm available.
Convenience. What?
Shaking his head.
Why are you looking at me
What
so
now?
disgusted?
Lindsay,
No.
we'd love to have you back, irrespective of the location of our studio.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, that kind of sounded
Our
like.
locality had nothing to do with it.
I really did make that sound as if, hey, you're a bus ride away.
50p, I'll be.
Yeah.
You can walk the dog and come here, right?
Yeah.
No, but thank you so much for coming, and speak to you soon.
Keep
my
in
God.
touch.
This has been-
All the
It's
best.
been Seamus Delicious.
See you
later.
Seamus Delicious. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review. Follow us. Seamus Delicious everywhere except Twitter, where we're called Shame Delicious. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, send in all your stories to seamusdelicious@gmail.com.
Yeah, whatever you're ashamed of or you think other people should be ashamed of. But one thing we have concluded is Lindsay has nothing to be ashamed of.
Fact.
Facts. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions.